Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 56 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just hopping into my machine room here for BuildCraft. Noticed that my engines were off. This is maybe the second time it's happened since I started playing with the Watch of Flowing Time. Now, in previous versions of this mod, BuildCraft would sometimes have issues with using the Watch of Flowing Time, and it looks like it's still kind of happening. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of it. Basically what happens is BuildCraft machines use world time to do some of their calculations behind the scenes, and by manipulating the time of day with the Watch of Flowing Time, it starts doing funny things to these machines. See how they're acting a little bit weird as I'm turning this on and off? You might not even be able to notice that, but it's definitely happening, trust me. So, see, look right now where they were keeping red for a moment and now they're staying orange for a moment. Like, BuildCraft is not friendly with you futzing with the world time, like so. So I'm going to probably avoid using this for a bit for that. I mean, I'll still use it to, you know, speed up my machines. Activating it with G shouldn't be a problem because that should only affect equivalent exchange machines. But messing with the world time by changing the time of day forward and backward can be problematic. So my water pools were drying up, and luckily my emergency shutoff system was taking care of me and preventing any big explosions, but I probably would have had an issue had I, you know, not had this emergency shutoff. So let's allow our machines to start running once again. Hooray! And seal up the floor again. And probably, like I said, avoid using the Watch of Flowing Time just a little bit because, you know, we don't want to mess up our BuildCraft machines like so. Looks like the engines here are running, producing me some more biomass. That's cool. Biomatter, biofuel, all that good stuff. My apiary is doing alright. Unfortunately, I did lose my industrious branch. I think it was a pretty low chance that an industrious diligent queen with an industrious diligent drone would become a diligent queen, and my bad luck strikes again. So no such luck in getting another industrious queen, but that's alright. I don't have a terrible need for pollen. I just kind of wanted to get there for the purposes of, you know, letting you guys see it. I do want to try activating this guy with G. It shouldn't mess up my machines at all, but it will increase the speed at which I'm producing red matter, which will be good. And we've got these two chests now full of red matter and producing more and more. I might even want to get a third one going relatively soon because I want to really start producing as much EMC as possible. And I'm keeping this guy going, making sure that he's buffing these guys with a 7% increase in speed and their production of red matter for me. So awesome. So this episode, let's get to building some stuff. Alright, so I'm planning to add on some more of these collectors here, producing red matter for me, but I'm kind of tired of having to deal with two different ones, and I suspect that once I have 3, 4, 10, however many I decide to build eventually, I'm going to have more and more of a nuisance of having to check every different chest. So why don't I build a system here that'll automatically sort all these red matters for me. So the process that I'm going to do here should be pretty simple and straightforward. Let's get cracking on it now. Basically the way I decided I want to do this is with some more chassis pipes, or chassis pipes. I think it's chassis. So let's get open NEI here and see how we can do this. I'm thinking I'm probably just going to need a Mark 1 chassis pipe, or a chassis pipe. That should be cool. So that's just a logistics pipe with redstone all around it. So let's go ahead and open up our green bag. Should have some logistics pipes in there. If not, I can go ahead and request some. We've got a few. Cool. Get some redstone. And I'm going to need 2 of these guys, right? So let's do this. There we go. And logistics chassis pipe Mark 1. Cool. I'm going to also build a, let's see, where's my modules here? I need a extractor module. And remember that the extractor module is going to basically allow me to extract one item every 5 seconds or so out of whatever inventory it's attached to. So I'm going to need a blank module. I'm going to need 2 iron gears, some redstone, and some lapis. And the blank module, as you remember, is the golden nugget with some paper around it. So I'm going to need some lapis, and I'm going to need 2 iron gears, and I'm going to need some of those golden nuggets and some paper. So let's see, how am I for iron gears, please? There we go, 2 of them. Let's get, yeah, 2 nuggets and 12 paper there. That should be cool. Well, that's not paper, that's tin plates. What am I doing? Whoops. Hey, what do you want from me? It looks pretty similar, doesn't it? Kinda, a little bit. There we go, pair of blank modules with this guy on top, and where were we? Extractor module. Okay, that's what it was. Cool, extractor modules, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now, give me a moment or two, I'll be right back. I want to check on a few things. In fact, on second thought, I don't think I can do it this way. Basically, the problem that I'm going to run into is that this piece of red matter would eventually get pulled out by a extractor module, and if there's no red matter sitting up here, this collector system isn't going to work. I just checked. I thought this module had this option, but it's only got the this option in the extractor module. What I do need to do is use the provider pipe, this guy, and I want to leave the first stack as an option in here. There we go, leave first stack. So that's pretty much what I'm going to need to do. Unfortunately, a provider pipe will not automatically pull items out of this chest. I'm going to have to build something to do that. So how about I grab out of my green bag here some glowstone, and I'll combine it with this guy, and that should create for me a provider pipe. Cool. And then the next thing I'm going to have to do is, unfortunately, request a few more basic pipes. Not a big deal. So let's get about 8 of those guys going over here. They're in here somewhere. There we go. 1 diamond transport pipe. I never did teach my system about that, did I? Yeah, I should probably do that eventually. Alright, so that'll work for me. What I'm going to have to do now is create a... how do we solve this? What I'm going to do is create a, not one of those, one of these. There we go, supplier pipe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to supply a chest. So let's go and find a good spot to put this thing. Let's put down here, let's go with a alchemical chest. Sounds like a nice thing to do. And just pop it right down here in the corner. This will be where all my stuff lands. And then what I'm going to do is grab I'm going to need some basic logistics. I'm going to need my providers. I'm going to need my suppliers. And then I'm going to need some stone, probably. I might need more than that, but I've got some smooth stone on me, so I can always craft more if needed. Which I'm going to do right now. Oh, interesting. Not a shapeless recipe. Did not know that. Alright, so provider pipe will go right here. Cool. And I'm going to open this up with the wrench and tell it, like I said to you guys, I'm going to go leave first stack. And what that should do is not ever pull out of the first stack out of that inventory, which, if you're not aware, is the guy that we're talking about. Now, the next thing I'm going to have to do is run some piping in this general direction. And what I'm thinking here is maybe I'm going to need some sand pipes. So where's my sand pipes? Because we don't want this pipe to connect to the collector that it's running right under. And then I can hook up my stone piping again. But now we've hit an intersection. And what do we have to do with intersections? That's right, we need some basic logistics pipes to go right there. Cool. And then I'm going to just knock a hole in the wall. Ha ha ha. Cover that up with cobble for now. Well, let's do it right. And then off in this direction. There we go. And here I'm going to go ahead and grab another sand. So let's make sure we've got sand pipe ready. Smooth. And then up there I'm going to place another provider pipe. And with the wrench I'll tell the guy the same thing. Leave the first stack. Cool. And then I'm going to go sand over here. And run this thing straight on down to here where I'm going to place my supplier pipe. I'm going to tell this thing to keep stocked with redstone, or red matter, that is. So how do I open up this interface with this pipe in the way? Yeah, that's going to maybe be a problem-ish, but meh. How do I want to resolve that? I'm not going to really need to get in there too much, so let's just do this. I'm going to knock this guy off here. I'm just going to grab one piece of red matter and then just have to hook it all back up. Not the end of the world. Provider pipe goes back. And leave the first stack. And then this thing goes back on place, and we're good. So let's open up this inventory and tell it to keep it stacked with, I don't know, a ridiculous amount. How about like 2 stacks? And any more will be kept in there. So what I'll do is, maybe even 1 stack. That should be fine. It doesn't have to be a terribly large number. Just 1 stack of red matter, please. And we want to also tell it that partial requests are okay. And then what it should do is start requesting directly out of there. Oh, yeah. Cool. I need to make that guy a basic logistics pipe. Ha! There we go. Now things should start behaving a little bit better. 31 red matter. Cool. Did it all find its way over eventually? I guess so. Nothing went in here, did it? Nope, nope. No and no. So, don't forget when you have those intersections, that was a perfect example of why you need to place basic logistics pipes at your intersections. So again, leave first stack. So you can see, because I have leave first stack set, that red matter isn't being touched. Cool. So I guess it did eventually all find its way down to here. Which is what I was supposed to do. I did have about 31 in the chests, so that should be cool. So now we'll start collecting automatically all the redstone that's being produced in these systems. So I like that. Good plan. And there's a spider on my roof. Awesome. I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is activate my watch here, and what should happen in a moment is we should see one of these things at least produce some red matter for us. I can't really check the interface because the pipe there is taking up the entire block. I can't sneak in and get a good look at what's inside, but we should see some red matter showing up eventually. What I could do if I really wanted to is just take a look. Oh yeah, that thing's got a while to go. I'll come back in a short minute. Or what I could even do is just steal the 31 red matter that I had here and put it in here directly. And place our provider pipe back. Tell it with the wrench that I already put away. Leave first stack. And I just want to test to make sure that everything's working properly. So by linking that up, ta-da, there we go. So see now, because we put the basic logistics pipe at the intersection, it always knows what direction to send the red matter. Perfect. Nice. Alright, I'm happy with that. And boy, I've already got 34 red matter. Sweet. Let's go ahead and drop it in here. Wahahaha. Look at all that EMC. I think I want to create the next highest version of the Klein star. What do you think? Sound like a good plan? Sure, why not? So I'm going to need 3 more of these Klein star spheres. See? I pronounced it properly. Aren't you proud of me? I guess I don't have the EMC required for that at the moment. So let's charge it up some more. And maybe I'll come back in a moment once I've got this thing fully charged. Alright, I think I changed my mind while I was waiting for this Klein star to charge up. I'm actually going to get another solar flower thing going here. So I'm going to get 7 of these guys out of here and then recharge it. And I'm going to collect all the resources I need for another solar flower. I'm just going to be charging the Klein star out of the relay and, you know, doing my thing. So I'll come back in a few minutes once I've pretty much prepared for building another one of these nifty solar flower designs. Alright, so let's place down our builder here. Right like so. And our blueprint can go inside. And that is not what I wanted to see happen. That's not where I want you. Hey, yeah, that's proper. Right? Or does it need to be over 1? No, I think that looks off a little bit. Look at me, not remembering how I did this 2 episodes ago. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, cool. So I know what I'm doing, I promise. Let's go ahead and check on our client star now, and I'll be back. Alright guys, just did a little bit of mining, as you can see. Collected a lot of stuff, but I've decided to make a little change to the way things work back at my base as a result of all the resources that I'm getting now mining with this crazy powerful Morningstar thing. So let's take care of that real quick. Basically, the Morningstar is getting me a lot of ore. Check this out, like seriously ridiculous amounts, right? So what I'm thinking is, turn this guy off now. I'm going to run off into my sorting room and just change up the way my sorting room deals with ore at the moment. So right now, it's got probably enough, right? I would say I've got enough ore. I don't really need that many more resources. Maybe a little bit more silver. No, not even. You know, I'm good for now. I can always go mine if I need to. So what I'm going to do is, here's my chest with the yellow line, all full of stuff. I'm just going to dig down there. All right, not exactly a good spot to dig. How about here? That looked like a better spot. Come back here to me. And I'm going to change my retriever here. Instead of going blue, go yellow. And then what will happen is it'll automatically dump any ores that it cooks here into my antimatter relay. You might be saying, well, hey, stuff's on the ground. That's not cool. I got to figure out why that happened. I think I was too far away from here. That happens sometimes. If you're too far away from logistics pipes, that'll happen. You might be saying, why don't you just take your tin ore and throw it into your Mark III relay? Well, number one, it wouldn't duplicate it before putting it in there. Number two, ore doesn't have an EMC value, only cooked resources. So let's go ahead and place this ore right in here, along with some other junk that I don't really need at the moment. And what we should see happen, if everything's going according to plan, is, let's see here. All that stuff should come in and start going down, and then heading through here and getting a yellow tag. Cool. And then once it gets the yellow tag, it's automatically going to be turned into EMC. So basically, I don't need any more ore at the moment, and I'm just going to burn it all up. Awesome. So how about I dump out my bag, get some more EMC, and I'll be right back. Alright, so all kinds of cool items flowing through my systems here, doing everything they can to land where they need to land. I accidentally again put some red matter in here, so steal that back out. And yeah, I think we're in good shape here. So let's go see how my red matter production fared while I was gone. Oh yeah, we got a good amount of the stuff. Nice. So let's cook that up as well. And I'll be back in a minute with a fully charged client star, hopefully capable of producing about 5 more antimatter relays, and then we should have everything we need. Alright, so let's do it. 5 more antimatter relays, Mark III of course. 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect, just enough. And let's go do that builder thing. I do want to make it daytime before I do that. Alright, let's check it out. So if I fly up here, hook this guy up to some power. So I've got my power pipes here, like this, and that. And we'll go frequency 1, sure, why not, can receive true. And let's get some stuff going. First off, I'll want to put in my, let's do like just half of the collectors for now. And what should happen, maybe because I left the area, let's do that. Maybe my engine stopped running again, so let's get these guys out of here. Remember I said I was having some problems with my engine stopping, so why don't we go check into what might be the problem there. I'm thinking there's no power coming through, and that's the issue at the moment. So again, leaving an area. I was down mining for a while, so my BuildCraft room may have unloaded. Yep, it did. And look, empty lakes. So let's get down there and resolve that nice and quick with our Evertide. Not a bad way to do it. There we go. I'll come back in a minute once I get these lakes to behave. There we go. Everything's smooth again. I can reactivate my engines and then go back to building some more collectors. So, there we go. And now that I'm producing energy, our collectors should start running. Oh yeah, look, it already cleared out the chunk of the roof that it needed to. So just like a filler, if it's going to be planting something down, it's going to clear out the area ahead of time in preparation for planting all this stuff. So now let's go ahead and give it the collectors that we're going to have to give it. And we should just be able to give it everything. So let's just do that and see what happens. So he should build everything for me. Nice little robot. Good job. And maybe even try the energy condenser. Not that I think he will, but who knows? It's worth a shot, right? Yeah, for some reason he doesn't like that. Not sure what it is. Oh yeah, and we need some glowstone, don't we? Yep. So why don't I get that out of my Klein star over here. Just cover this up real quick. Klein star. I think it was 13 I needed, right? Yep, 13. Nice. And he'll take care of that for me, too. Gotta love that. It's so cool watching that thing build. Alright. And now to set up the piping. Alright, so pretty simple and straightforward. Another provider pipe here. And another basic is going to be needed, because we're going to have an intersection in a moment. But place this guy down with our wrench. And of course, we're also going to need some smooth and sand pipes. So let's make sure we have at least one sand pipe. That's good. And some stone transports. Perfect. So with the wrench, we tell it... No, wait, that was my basic. There we go. With the wrench, we tell it leave the first stack. Perfect. And then smooth, sand, smooth. I'm going to need another sand pipe. So let's see. Do I have any sand laying around here somewhere? I do. Hooray. Craft it up. Sweet. And now remember, we're at an intersection again, so I need a basic right here. And that will get everybody talking again, and we should be in good shape. So what I'll probably wind up doing is just waiting a minute or two for this guy to create some red matter, and then we'll see what happens. There we go. With the help of my watch of flowing time, I successfully sped this thing up and got red matter a moment or two sooner. So let's go ahead and place down that provider pipe again, like so. Get ready with the wrench. Leave first stack, and then just a regular old stone transport. And that should pull the red matter straight out of here and zip it all the way along directly into the chest. Perfect, where I've already collected 3 more red matter. So yeah, we're in good shape with red matter for now. I'm going to let that stuff collect for a while. I might even create another pedestal soon and just wind up placing this watch of flowing time on it to help it along. Remember I said that pedestals will... with the watch of flowing time, increase the machine's output by 7%. So by placing another one, we get another 7%. It's going to, need like a whole bunch of watches to get up to the 10 time amount. Like that would be like 1,000%, right? But we'll be all right. So there's 4 red matter. Let's consider if I've got... did I ever teach my transmutation about dark matter blocks, by the way? Probably should. How much dark matter can I get out of here? I can get 4. So let's do this. And then go ahead and teach this guy dark matter blocks. I'm going to need 4 red matter, so can I get a couple more dark matter blocks out of this Klein star? No. So how about in a minute or two when I get another piece of red matter, I'll go ahead and do this pedestal thing with the watch. And there we go, just got a piece of red matter showed up out of one of these things. So let's just cook it up real quick. Deposit it in my Klein star Fear. Whatever it is. Yes, many people posted Klein star Fear is the proper pronunciation of that thing. That's cool. I should probably just upgrade it eventually so I don't have to worry about pronouncing it. What am I going to need here? 2 of these guys? That should be enough, right? Yeah. Might have gotten 1 more than I need. I think I did, but that's alright. Let's get another pedestal going. There we go. I'm just going to place it right down next to this guy. And watch of flowing time. I don't think it matters if it's charged or not in there, but now we should be producing EMC even faster in our machines. Sweet. The production in there should be pretty well ramped up. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Would like to at some point figure out a way to access that machine without knocking off my provider, but oh well. Leave first stack, and nope, needs to be one of these. Cool. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, time to build another equivalent exchange little toy there. I'm going to grab some flowers. Purdy. And I'm going to grab, out of forestry, I'm going to need some saplings for these. I'm going to need 2 pieces of dark matter, which I don't have just yet, but I'll get, and 8 pieces of iron. And if you guessed already, I'm making a ring, and those of you familiar with equivalent exchange should have a pretty good idea of which ring I'm going to make. This guy is pretty neat. So let's get our iron band here, and then go take our Klein star. How are we for EMC in this thing? Not much. Actually, I think I'll probably at least need 1 piece of red matter. You can see I've already collected 6 pieces of red matter. Yeah, that should be pretty cool going forward. I'll have a good supply of red matter, and then I can really start moving along with my EMC whatnot. So let's go ahead and grab 2 dark matter out of here. Looking good. And craft up a new ring. What ring is this, you might ask? Well, it's definitely got something to do with nature, and it is the Harvest Goddess ring. This guy is neat. All kinds of different actions, actually. It's basically got all powers over plant things. So let's go outside and see what we can do with it. First off, let's see. Simply having it on your hotbar and being near the ground, like so, will cause it to grow grass and flowers and all this other cool stuff. So let's see, like that. See, look, grass is starting to grow. Other stuff's happening. And by pressing G, it'll automatically harvest all that stuff. And activating this guy, of course, will start sucking that stuff in. Cool. So just wearing this thing will automatically cause things to grow. And with the G ability activated, it automatically harvests. So a nice way to clear out a bunch of tall grass. Ha ha ha. How cool is that, huh? You can also do a couple other things with it. So some of the other abilities, which I'm probably not going to need to use right now, are it'll also help these things grow near over here. So if I'm hanging out over by this area, again, just having it on your hotbar should help to cause the wheat and stuff in the immediate vicinity to grow. And it also prevents wheat from getting trampled, even though that's not such a big deal anymore. But notice I just standing over here, this wheat's growing noticeably faster. I could, of course, place this on a pedestal, and it's something I might do, even though I'm not terribly low on wheat. And if I were to activate this with the G key, it would automatically harvest any wheat in the immediate vicinity. But for now, I'm in good shape. I don't need to worry about that. If I was not already working with this forestry field, I could right-click with this ability, and it would consume seeds and a couple other things out of my inventory and help to plant them. It would plant them in a big, wide area. So it's pretty much all things related to growing stuff. But I want to hang on to that. I'm not really going to be using it too much just yet, but it's a component of an item I want to make eventually, so I wanted to make it and just show you guys the features of it. Like I said, I might at some point go ahead and place it, but I've got plenty of wheat and seeds right now, so I don't really feel there's a need to put it on the pedestal out by my wheat farm, but, you know, maybe at some point I will. And still collecting red matter, woot. So let's burn up all these seeds. I don't really need them. Get out of there. Yeah, I'm like getting pretty close to the point where I might want to just take everything I make and convert it to EMC. Because some of the items I want to make eventually are pretty darn expensive. And this Klein Star Iron is still doing just fine in there. He's only half empty. So, you know, we're in good shape. How's my apiary doing over here? I did lose my Industrious Queen, like I said, but my Sinister Queens are doing their job pretty well. I keep, and I did automatically, I turned off this thing. I don't really need any more Imperial resources. I've got plenty of dripping combs, and I've got a ton of the other stuff. Royal Jelly, that's made from that, so not too worried about the Imperial drone. I might even want to go ahead and get myself some more Sinister Queens. I have a ton of refractory wax and a good amount of phosphor. I wonder how my little lava production facility downstairs is making out. If I have that much phosphor, I imagine that, oh yeah, these things are full. Cool. And what's this MFSU looking like? Cool. So let's go ahead and start draining some lava out of here. Remember, I turned off this valve a little bit back, but now we'll start draining the lava out of these tanks, store the energy in the MFSU here. Still some scrap, but I'm not worried about making UU matter just at the time being. Maybe eventually, but for now I think we're cool. Let's go check on this room real quick. I might want to start placing more seeds in here and getting more mycelium. That might not be a bad idea. So let's just get a stack and, you know, let's see. I'm just going to grab a stack or two of the seeds and wheat. I think I can only put one stack of seeds in there at a time. So go ahead and place my seeds in and some wheat and get rid of this torch, because remember, this thing's only going to operate in the dark. So get myself some more mycelium. I might wind up using that to create one of the forestry mushroom farms. Even though I've got a pretty nice mushroom farm going back over there, it's a neat little thing to grow, so I thought I might want to check it out. And I feel like this is probably a pretty good wrapping up point for this episode. So this has been episode 56 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Stay tuned for 57, where who knows what I'll do. I'm sure something interesting will come up. And like I said, I am planning to eventually upgrade to 1.2 once all the mods are ready. As of the time I created this video, some progress has been made on some of the mods, but a lot of them still aren't updated yet. And there's a couple in particular that I'm waiting for. I have decided that I'm going to go with Season 4, so I'm going to start a whole new season after this. I've already got plans for how I'm going to end Season 3, but don't worry, no spoilers there. And I have a handful of different mods that I'm going to use in Season 4 that I haven't used before. And I also have a couple little challenges I'm going to do for myself to kind of, you know, make the game a little bit challenging. So I'm going to challenge myself in a couple different ways. You're going to have to just wait until Season 4 starts, though, to hear about what I have in mind. So at the end of Season 3 or at the beginning of Season 4, you guys will get the lowdown on the new mods that I'm going to be using and the challenges that I'm going to give myself for my new season of my Let's Play. So hope you guys enjoyed episode 56. Take it easy.